Hi there, today I'm going to show you how to set up a 2.4 gigahertz system for control line scale for throttle, flaps, and retracts. And this is a nice combination because it's not difficult and everything is out there. You can get everything off the shelf and plug it in and go. So you would have a receiver in the airplane, your on-off switch, and your battery. And you might need a bigger battery if you're really powering the retracts. You'd have a servo for the throttle if it's a glow engine. If it's electric, you'd replace that with a speed control. Another servo or multiple servos for the flaps, and then have servo extensions as required. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to plug the throttle servo into channel 3, the flap servo into channel 6, and then we're going to plug the retract Y harness into channel 6. The flaps are into channel 5. Now you need a Y harness because you need the same information going to both retracts. If the wire is not long enough, get a servo extension and then plug that in. And that is quite often that you need a servo extension. And you want to plan ahead on where all these wires are going to go in the airplane so that you can get to them later and pull them out and replace them, because things do happen and you do have to replace all the wires. Okay, so now we've got, so that servo was doing our throttle. And if you had just a standard push rod going to the motor, that would be doing your throttle. And if you had a push rod going to the flaps, flaps up, flaps down. And you can reverse the rotation of the servos, so the orientation of the servo in the model is not important. You flip the orientation with servo reversing. Now retracts are almost just as easy. You're going to spend more time getting them into the wing and then getting them aligned correctly than hooking these wires up. And so now you've got retracts. So this can be just kind of velcroed into the airplane. This goes somewhere where you can get to it. This little jack here you want to get to quickly because that's how you charge the battery before you fly. The servos you want to be able to replace because they can wear out. So after all that, then I hang this on my hip when I fly. And then of course you have the bell crank and the standard push rod for the elevator. And then the rudder and ailerons are locked off at 0, 0. So the only thing that you really move when you're flying control line scales are throttle, flaps, retracts, and anything else that moves. Ailerons and rudder stay at 0, 0, and the elevator is on the bell crank. Land safely. Bye.